Hi there, do you remember me? If you don't, you should probably consider improving your memory. I'm joking, of course. My name is Cedric and I'm here today to share a list of neat tricks and hacks to improve your memorization skills. Before we get into today's topic, do me a favor and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on any of our great videos. If you're watching this video on Facebook, Instagram, or any other social media page, be sure to give it a like and or follow us. So, okay, what was I talking about? Yes, memory. As a fellow language learner, this topic is extremely important to me. Considering the amount of new information that you need to memorize, good memory skills are paramount to your success. The thing is, most of us face a lot of difficulty remembering expressions, even ones that we've seen many times before. And you always seem to forget them at times you need them the most. Now, you probably know that memory is like a muscle and you need to exercise it to make it better and stronger. But how do you actually do that? There are memory geniuses out there who can achieve amazing feats, and thankfully, they aren't shy about sharing their tricks with the rest of us. Of course, it takes some training to reach their level of awesomeness, but there are a few techniques that you can start applying right away, and I think you'll see your memory skills shoot through the roof. Let's take a look. Attach emotion to your memories. Why can you remember your graduation or wedding day so vividly, but forget everything you just did a few days ago? It's obviously because of the happiness you probably experience on those particular days. Strong emotions differentiate days like this from your daily grind. Put this way, might sound a bit trivial, but it is the perfect illustrations of the power of emotions in the memorization process. We're all emotional creatures, and these shape our behaviors, our communication, our activities, and our memories. So adding an emotional dimension to the content you're learning is an effective way to make sure not to forget what you're currently assimilating. And the good news is that applying this technique to language learning is way easier than, say, mathematics. Let's say I'm learning the word for orange in Spanish, which is naranja. Quite a hard one, huh? In this case, I'll imagine a scene from my childhood when we used to have orange peel fights with my brothers and sisters after dinner. So I picture myself getting ready to throw some large chunky piece of orange peel at my brother's face, shouting a battle cry, Naranja! That's one of my dearest memories. And associating words with it has really enhanced how easily I memorize them. Do the same while learning or reviewing a word and it will be engraved in your memory. You can associate any kind of story to your learning, real or made up. The key is that it should carry a strong emotion, positive or negative. Use the power of visualization. Vision is the most important of our senses, as we humans have relied on it a lot for our survival and our species evolution. As a result, we process most information via our eyeballs. This is also the case when we're memorizing new expressions in a foreign language. We have memories associated with each of our senses. So you can imagine that visual memories are the easiest to recall since you've used your most important sense to form them. The trick is to rely on your vision as much as possible when you're learning new expressions. Now, here's a caveat. How do you visualize a word? Well, where there's a will, there's a way. Let me share with you how I remember the word for firefighter in Spanish. The word in question is bombero. That's a long way from fireman, right? However, there's a part of the word I can relate to. Bomb. Now that's something I can work with. As I have a keen interest in action movies, I could picture a firefighter jumping to the ground as a bomb explodes in the background. Powerful enough for me not to forget the word. Okay, it's a bit far-fetched, but that's exactly how you're going to not forget the word. Diversify you're learning. We just saw how visualization enhances memorization skills. But that's far from being the only tool available to you. Actually, there are many ways to learn new information, and some are way more efficient than you think. There is a hierarchy of the different modes of learning, ordered according to retention rate. Check out this pyramid. Each mode of learning has a percentage of retention. As you can see, you are not going to remember much of what you hear during a lecture. Does this bring back high school language classes memories for anyone? However, as you can see, discussing what you're learning is incredibly effective, or even lecturing others. You can also see that visual and audio sources are more effective. The key is to incorporate all of these learning styles into your practice according to your time and resource availability. If you have a chance to interact with natives or even other fellow learners, this will have a huge impact on your capacity to retain new information. For example, I really like to spend time on language learners forums on pages like Reddit or Quora, where I can ask questions or give answers to other language lovers. This really helped me remember grammar rules that I would have found way too hard other ways. Bonus tip: practice before going to bed. One last trick before I leave you. Do your learning activity just before bedtime. See, numerous studies have shown that not only do we need minimal distractions while learning, but we also get better results when we can enjoy some rest afterwards, so that the brain can store everything we learned in the long-term memory. So what better place for that than your own bed? So next time you hit the sack, go for a learning session with your Mosalingua app instead of the milk and cookies. That's it for me. Of course, there are many other techniques to boost your memory. If you're interested in improving your memory, have a look at the description below for additional tips. You will also find a video recorded by our Abby, in which she shares best tips for remembering foreign languages, words and phrases. I hope to see you very soon in our channel for more language learning tips. Until then, have a good one.
Before leaving you, I'd like to invite you to join our language community. Tons of subscribers are already taking advantage of the great tips and hacks that our team of language lovers shares. So join us and start improving your language skills today. Just subscribe and turn on your notifications. Happy learning!